West Holmes Knights Football Weekly Preview Show on WKLM.
This week's Knights Football Weekly Preview Show brought to you by Village Motors in Millersburg. I'm Matt Croy alongside Mike Kinsey, and West Holmes a dominant 49-7 winner after a 49-0 lead at halftime in their first playoff game against that Shelby team last week. And Mike, you kind of like what Shelby did kind of early on, the halfback pass that could have resulted in the touchdown had not been the drop pass, and all you saw the fake punt that they executed successfully, but the fumble. So I guess in the end, maybe too many mistakes and turnovers that West Holmes able to capitalize on.
Absolutely. We were able to capitalize on all their turnovers, and the turnovers don't just happen. They had a lot of them, but there was a reason. There was some pads pounding out there. So we were playing a physical game, and there's a reason that they fumbled the ball as much as they did.
Well, Zach Gardner kind of talked about that after the game. I think the weight room kind of came into play a little bit there. As you mentioned, really some hard hits in that game. Elijah Balders, somebody that's been doing that all season long. And how about Elijah on the offensive end? Mike, he's been a weapon there, and he showed that again last week.
Hey, he's amazing. I say this a lot. Probably he would start for any other team in the OCC as a running back. And hey, there's not a lot of moves. He's going to run straight forward, and you get in his way, he's going to run you over. But he's got good wheels. He's getting better every week.
Bottom line, it was a big playoff win for West Holmes, now 11-0 on the season. Let's go out to West Holmes right now to Jake Sidle alongside head coach Zach Gardner.
Well, thanks, Matt. Here with Coach Gardner, and Coach, a 49-0 lead at halftime against a well-coached team in the Whippets. Sam Williams-Dixon getting those 2 touchdowns. I know it's always a good feeling to get out early in front of your home fans, but especially so in a playoff game.
Yeah, absolutely. When the goal is to survive and advance, when you can get out, you get your dudes out early and stay healthy and go out and execute the way that we did. I was very proud of our defense. We challenged them all week to step up and defend the pass. We felt they'd have a similar game plan to what Ashland did to us. So for our kids to go out there and to execute and play physical was something very nice. I thought our weight room shined through last Friday night. You could tell that our kids put a lot of focus on weightlifting, and I thought we were able to dictate and kind of impose our physical will on them at points on Friday.
And, Coach, of course, always a big point of your offense and your defense, taking advantage of mistakes and turnovers.
Yeah, absolutely. When you look at any level of football, from Pee Wee football up to the NFL, that turnover margin is huge. And when you're able to turn the other team over and protect the ball yourself, and then take advantage of those turnovers, and cash it in, that's a huge part of a game. And, as we move forward here throughout the tournament, those are things that we're going to have to continue to do if we want to achieve our goals.
Mason Wolf broke the single-season passing touchdown record. Kyle Maltrich ties the receiving touchdown record. What is the chemistry between those two done to help you out throughout the season?
Oh, it's huge. Last summer, I don't think you could drive by the stadium and not see those guys out here on this practice field, developing that chemistry. That's a vital component to having success, especially when you're a team that wants to throw the football like we do. You have to have some type of chemistry. You have to have that rapport between your receivers and your quarterback, and those kids put a lot of time into developing that rapport, and you get out of things what you put into them, and Kyle and Mason put a whole heck of a lot into this.
And, Coach, you got St. Mary's Memorial this Friday night, a team kind of in an area you're not going to see that often. What are you doing to prepare for the Rough Riders?
Yeah, from getting to know them the last couple of days, that they're an old-school, tough football program. They're going to come try to run the football down our throat, control the clock, keep our offense off the field. They're very well coached. You can tell that their kids play with a lot of intensity. You can tell that they buy into the schemes that they run. So it's going to be up to our defense to stop the run, to get off the field, to get them behind the sticks and keep them off course. And it's going to be up to us offensively. They're going to make us drive, so we're going to have to take what they give us, and we're going to have to string together plays and drive the score. But, this is the type of game that you want to play in against a quality, well-coached football team. They're going to be coming 2.5 hours on a bus. They're going to be ready to roll, and, hopefully we have a great environment, that can carry us to another victory.
Okay, thanks for your time again today, Coach, and good luck on Friday.
Thank you.
And back with senior kicker Nick Ginsburg, and Nick setting the single-season point-after-touchdown record this year. How's it feel to be out there capping off these scoring drives by the offense?
Yeah, for sure. Honestly didn't even know I set the record, but that's pretty cool. I'm not really surprised. We have a great offense, and they always seem to get in the end zone.
And outside of the kicking the PATs, kickoffs have been a really big part of your job this year. Not as much on the punting side this year, but how good does it feel to pin a team back or make them start at their own 20 when you get it into the end zone?
Yeah, for sure. It's definitely a great feeling whenever I can get it in the end zone. And I know it helps the defense a lot, just winning the field position battle, and it definitely, it feels good to help out the team in any way I can.
And of course, you also got a record last year for most field goals in a season, and that could be something that comes in more to play in the postseason. What have you been doing to get ready for St. Mary's this week, and with that, and what are you doing to stay fresh for the rest of the postseason?
Yeah, for sure. I mean, I'm just every day up there, I'm working hard and just being as consistent as I can. And I know I missed the last few weeks. I'm pretty salty about the misses, but it just means a lot. I mean, I missed a 40 and a 42 a couple weeks ago, and Coach still sent me out for a 52 last week. So knowing he has that confidence in me means a lot, and I just know whenever my time comes, I'll be ready.
Okay, well, thanks for your time, and good luck on Friday.
Yeah, thank you.
All right, Jake, thank you. Alongside Mike Kinsey once again here at Village Motors. I know we talked about this last week, Mike, but it's still worth repeating. Super Duty trucks are available right here at Village Motors.
Yeah, there's a great need for the commercial trucks, and we haven't been able to order them. There's a very shortage of them out there, so you got to plan ahead. If you think you're going to need a truck this year, now's the time to get it, because you never know how long we'll be able to order them and how long they're going to last. So, again, if you have a need, come see us and we'll fulfill it.
And right now, obviously, we're getting close to winter time, not that far away. We got to be thinking about that, right, Mike? So stop by and take a look at the selection here to get you ready for the winter time here with the vehicles you have on the lot.
And that's absolutely right. And, you want to check with our service department to make sure you're ready for the winter, the cold weather, your tires are in good shape. Stop by. We'll take care of you.
That's the voice of Mike Kinsey. Again, we're right here at the Village Motors in Millersburg, Worcester Road, or on villagemotorsinc.com. West Holmes taking on the Rough Riders of St. Mary's Memorial this Friday night in the regional quarterfinals. St. Mary's, a very proud football tradition themselves. Last year, they went of course, under head coach Bo Fry went 10-3 and went to the regional semifinals and falling to Hamilton-Baden. This season, a record of 9-2, and they won 6 games in a row. West Holmes, of course, meanwhile, they're to the regional quarterfinals for the 3rd consecutive year and the 4th time in the last 5 seasons. And, Mike, it'll be a contrast of 2 very different styles on the football field this Friday night.
It is. I think it's going to be the football that we were used to. They're just going to line it up, and they're going to run over top you, and they're going to run a lot. And I'd like to challenge the Night Nation here. Just yesterday, I was driving west of town, and I saw all the signs. And I challenge everyone who lives in the school district of West Holmes, and if you have a child, let's make a sign, let's hang it in your yard, and let's support these guys.
Let's support these guys. They're really the final home game of the season. You think about that, Mike, here in Knight Stadium, no matter what happens this Friday night here. So we need to really kind of pack that house this Friday with the West Holmes fans.
Yeah, I don't think that's going to be a problem. You could tell the atmosphere last Friday. People were parking everywhere, places I've never seen them park before. And like you and I have talked about, this is a game. People want to come and watch our kids play. If they don't have a game, they're going to come and they're going to watch the Knights, and they're going to put on a good show.
They'll put on a good show. It'll be very exciting this Friday for playoff football. The regional quarterfinals in Knight Stadium. Of course, on WKLM, we'll be video live streaming that game as usual, courtesy of our partnership with Claxon Communications. Don't miss that on YouTube. And, of course, we'll also be on FM 95.3 and WKLM-FM.com. Our hometown football Friday night pregame show begins at 6 p.m. Of course, kickoff this Friday night in Knight Stadium is at 7 o'clock. For Mike Kinsey, I'm Mac Roy. Special thanks also to Jake Sidle, also Zach Gardner as well in Knight Stadium. And that's this week's Knight Football Weekly Preview Show brought to you by Village Motors in Millersburg.
Thank you for watching the West Holmes Knights Football Weekly Preview Show on WKLM.